What's up, Panda? It's Peter from Panda. Hey, I bought something on Amazon. I've never had one of these and I always kind of wanted it. You've seen solar panel or solar charging power banks on this channel before. I have a few of those, given away a few. But I wanted to check this out. It's from AUKEY. I've had some of their products. You saw the portable power bank. Check those videos out if you have not. Been really happy with them. So I thought I'd take a gamble on a 28 watt dual port 4X solar charger. And this is one of these that rolls out or lays out, picks up a bunch of sun, big panel, and I thought we'd do a little unboxing here and see what's in it. You get a lot of paperwork. You get 4 little aluminum carabiners. That's kind of cool. And I think that's basically, so when it's laid out, you can clip each corner to like your backpack, so you can kind of wrap your backpack in it. You also get a micro USB cable, which is going to be useful. USB. And then here is the solar panel itself. So not too terribly big. It's kind of like the size of a clutch for those of you who use a clutch. It's obviously black and wrapped up in plastic here. And here it is. So you can see it's kind of wrapped in a fairly heavy duty black, nylon. And you can see the grommets here on the end. The front is tough, lots of Velcro. And then I could see right there a couple of USB ports, so we'll explore all that. And then you have inside, actually it's like a pocket. And so I think this is where you would plug in. This is going to be wired up to the solar cell, so you would plug in your out, the things you need charged here. This one says output 2.4 amps. This one says output 2.4 amps too. So they allow for fairly decent electrical pass-through. And then we can open this bad boy up like this, and boom, one panel. And I think it's kind of important to see how well they're protected. They're definitely behind a little flexible, somewhat frosted plastic. I wouldn't try to flex this at all, but it seems like it's fairly nicely reinforced. You can see there's kind of 2 main cells. And I'm assuming maybe, I don't know, silicon solar cells? Someone could probably weigh in on that better than I can. And then you have a second section here. Again, more solar cells, and then a third, and then a fourth. So, and then you have, as kind of we thought, the edge here has 2 eyelets so that you can use those carabiners to clamp it onto something, and then 2 more on this side, although you're going to have this panel kind of floating off the edge. So first of all, let me just show you. I mean, this thing is the real deal. It's pretty big. When you lay this bad boy out, I mean, throw on my iPad mini there, you have a lot of solar panels. Now, what I don't think is that there's any type of onboard charging. So if you lay this out in the sun, as it is, you're just gonna, you're not wasting anything, but it's not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna be all this electricity kind of charged up with nothing to do. So you're gonna wanna only unwrap it when you've got things plugged in. Now, if you do have a portable power bank or something, you could charge it off of this and kind of capture that energy even when you're not charging anything. And that's probably a good way to go, especially when you're stopped, you're at your campsite, you're taking a long break or whatever, or even if you leave this at your campsite or spread it on the dashboard of your car or something like that, and just let it charge up a battery so that you have that at the end of the day. But obviously you can, I have seen guys put kind of the carabiners on this end and just let it drape straight down your backpack and charge it as you're hiking. Now, the key is, does it really charge? Obviously this thing is pretty large. It's not super light by any means. And so you do have a little bit of heft. If you were going to go somewhere on a backpacking trip, this is going to be a little bit of a cost to you because you're going to have to carry this thing. But for your kind of casual camping, and if you're going on a really long backpacking trip, like you're going to do the whole Appalachian Trail or something, maybe you need something like this. But now the key is, what can we charge on this? So let's go find a little sunlight and start charging some stuff. One of the cool things is these carabiners that come with it allow you, as I was saying, to attach it, say, to a backpack. I've got my kind of duffel rucksack here, and if I open up one-handed, that Velcro is strong, the solar panel here, and attach it, I think this is the top, say, to the backpack. And if you're using, you know, something like a 50 or 60 liter backpack, you could certainly do this too. You just attach the carabiner to there, and then, you know, in my case I have some D-rings up here on the top, and I could just attach it to the top here so that it hangs down and covers the back. I could attach that side, and then also if you really had kind of a long enough backpack, you could attach it to the bottom so it doesn't kind of slap around. But this allows you to charge while you're on the move. Alright guys, so out here, it's midday, but I'm kind of a little bit shaded by a tree here, but I do have my solar panel, the AUKEY solar panel, out in the sun here, and I thought we would test and see what will it charge. So the first thing I've got here is a little power bank. I reviewed this a little while ago. You know, there's no solar charger on it or anything like that, and it recharges here off of micro USB. So I thought we'd plug that in here and see if we can get it to light up like it's being charged. As I mentioned, the USB plugs are in here, so we'll go ahead and plug in that cable there. One-handed is never the easiest thing to do. And then take the micro USB here and plug it in to the power bank. And what's interesting, might be a little hard to see there in the bright sunlight, but I am getting the little blue LEDs on, showing that it is taking in power. So even though I just kind of lost the bright sunlight, you know, there's enough sunlight out here that it's still charging it, right? Obviously I don't know how fast it's charging, but you know, these 4 solar panels are at least relatively significant. Now the last thing we want to see is about our iPhone, and not only just an iPhone, but a 6 Plus iPhone, and this IXCC lightning bolt or lightning cable. I just reviewed that as well, MFI certified, so this should work. I can plug it in here, and the nice thing is too, again, 2 USB ports, so presumably you could charge 2 different devices off of here, which we're going to obviously try. Now I've got a lightning cable, you can see there, that's still charging. Again, it might be a little hard to see. And iPhone 6 Plus. So we'll go ahead and plug this bad boy in too and see if we can get this charging. And boom, look at that. While the battery was almost charged on it, it is still continuing to charge. Like I said, the solar panel here is slightly shaded. I could do a better job of angling it up towards the sun, but you get the picture. You know, big solar panel that folds up into a quarter of this size, maybe a fifth of this size even. You can put it on your backpack, you can take it out with you in the wilderness. I'm charging 2 devices right now simultaneously. So I'm charging this power bank and then also this iPhone right here. And so it absolutely works. And so this can keep you off the grid but connected to civilization. Pretty impressed with this. This AUKEY power bank definitely works and kind of blows my mind. I'm really excited to use this on my next trip out. It'll give me a little peace of mind that I'm not totally cut off. Peter von Panda, out.